Hello there. My thought today comes from a very well-known verse in Ephesians 2, verse 8. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is the gift of God, not because of works, lest any man should boast. For you are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. These two verses here, or is it three verses, contain this essential truth that our salvation is a gift. It's a gift from God. It's not something we earn. It's not something we do for ourselves. In the Old Testament, people were encouraged all the time to live well, to do things, to live to please God, to obey the rules, to keep the law. And it was an earning of salvation. But it's not for nothing that the New Testament is called the New Testament. It's the new covenant. It's the radical difference that Jesus brings in. That we will not be saved. We are not saved. We cannot contribute to our salvation in any way. It is all done by Jesus. And you know, for many people, this is a difficulty. It's nearly too good to be true that we can have salvation without doing anything. And that for some people, it's counterculture. I mean, we live in we are moving into the autumn towards that event of the year called Christmas. Forgive me for saying the word so early, but Christmas is coming. And, you know, I have a dear friend. I've long given up sending Christmas cards, basically on the premise that the stamps are far too expensive and we can send people emails or text messages just as easily. And those who are still not able to receive that, they get a phone call. But this friend, bless her heart, this is a small example of what I'm trying to say. She has a Christmas list. She sends cards to all those people. And when she receives cards, she ticks them off a list. And if she gets a card from someone she hasn't sent a card to, she sends one. Because in her mind, if someone sent her a card, she should send one back. And we have this idea, if someone invites you for a meal, you invite them back. If someone remembers your birthday and gives you a bunch of flowers for your birthday, you need to know when their birthday is so you can give them one back. We've lost the concept of something that is free. Even when we donate to things like the poppy appeal. You know, we put a pound in the tin and we take something back. We take a poppy back. We get something back. A lot of charities will sell little pins or little brooches to raise money, because just giving money is counterculture. It's not something most people don't just give money to a charity. They expect at least something that says, so people know they've done it. You know, the little sticker that says, I gave to the Cats Protection League, whatever. But this concept that is here is that we have been saved through faith. Yes, we apply faith to it. We receive it. We believe that Jesus died for us, that he gave the ultimate price for us, and that there is nothing we can do to add to it. And really, we shouldn't boast. It's not your own doing. Not of works, lest any man should boast. There's a sense in which when you go around with a sticker on that says, I donated to the Cats Protection League, that you get some, people think, oh, how nice. you get a reward. You get an acknowledgement. People know you've done it. It's when you give and nobody knows what you've done it, that you've done it, and there's no credit to you whatsoever, is a bit closer to this concept. But you know, God understands the human heart so well that he, even in this verse, has said, your salvation is not earned. It's not of works. And then he goes on in verse 10 to say, for you are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. So there are things we do for God. There are things that he's prepared for us to do for him, but not to earn our salvation, but simply out of a response. You know that verse, I think it's in 1 John, that says, we love him because he first loved us. We live for him because he first lived and died for us. We could say, we live and die for him because he lived and died for us. We live for him in response to what he's done for us, not to earn what he's done for us. Because nothing we can ever do would ever persuade God to send Jesus for us. No, he sent Jesus out of love for us. I've said it before, but it's true. You know, we are like a tree. It's like that in the Old Testament quite often. Psalm 1, it says it as well. Some of the other Psalms and in Isaiah, that we are like a tree planted. And the roots go down into the gift of God. The roots are where we start. A tree needs roots before you'll see anything come up above the surface. And then the tree grows and it bears fruit. And we're like that. We start small, hardly seen. Our life in Jesus starts. And then we grow and we grow. And out of our life in Jesus comes the fruit of the Spirit. The good things we do are the fruit, not the root. My time is up. Have a great day. Read through those 2 verses. They are amazing because they show how much God understands us, that we do need to do things, but it's what we do them for. We don't do them to earn salvation. We do them out of love for God and to live because we've committed ourselves to live for him. It's quite a different motivation, and we give him the glory for it all. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.